Hey folks, I wanted to shoot a video this morning as an entry for DJ Legion's 400 subscriber contest. If you've been watching my videos, you might be a little confused because back when I did the video where I showed the album that I picked up for winning Andy's Vinyl Den contest, I said that video would be kind of a twofer. It would be my contest entry for DJ Legion's contest. But I shot that at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was Mother's Day weekend, which was a little rough for me anyway, and I was tired and not really thinking. In hindsight, it was a good thought. I mean, the album that I showed, Rustaf's Under Their Influence, if there was a album I was going to try, that I would try to turn people on to, it would be that one. Still, after I uploaded it and got to looking at it and listening to it, I was thinking, I really didn't do justice to what DJ Legion asked for us to do. It was a good album, good selection, but I didn't follow through with the rest of it, and that part of that was to give them some feedback, and I wanted to do that. It's just taken me, work's been hectic, so I'm just now getting around to putting up a video to kind of rectify the early past mistake. So, all right. So let's critique give a little feedback for. I don't know if critique's a good word because I'm just starting this. What do I know? But feedback. As a subscriber of DJ Legion's. What do I like about the channel? Well, the first time I think I saw one of his videos, I must have picked one of the ones with the makeup, and which kind of grabbed my attention, and that's cool because there have been a lot of rockers that have gone the makeup route, Alice Cooper and Kiss, and I'm big fans of both of them, and I'm also a big wrestling fan, so Sting, the Road Warriors, Jeff Hardy, all those guys wore makeup. The Great Kabuki, all those guys wore makeup. That's cool. In fact, there's a new guy. Finn Balor, excellent wrestler, doesn't makeup, and really cool. So yeah, the makeup's cool, and DJ Legion kind of reminds me of Finn Balor because Finn doesn't always do the makeup, but when he does do the makeup, it's on. So. All right, and then, but the thing that I think that that's just some cool side note kind of stuff. But I think what I really appreciate, because as I went back and was looking at some videos, one that caught my eye was when he was doing his CD collection, which I hope he'll go ahead and finish that series. But he was showing his CDs and going through the letter C. And here's a guy that wears a lot of rock T-shirts, and he's got a Johnny Cash CD, and I'm thinking, all right, well, this is cool. And as he goes deeper into that video, he shows Eva Cassidy live at the Bluebird, I believe. It's her live album, and it's amazing. And I'm thinking, and I know that DJ Legion has shown a lot of jazz as well. So that kind of makes me feel a little bit better about the selections that I put up here, because sometimes I feel like I'm a little all over the place, and wonder if there's people out there that connect enough to appreciate that kind of variety. And there's DJ Legion. He's out there doing that kind of variety before I even thought about it. So yeah, I guess the thing that I appreciate the most is the variety of music he shows. Though one final aspect that I really appreciate is he's really put himself out there to help get over new VC members, help get the subscriber base up. Because as much as we'd like to do this, I think that most of us, especially us new guys, we do it because we love it. But boy, if we could get our numbers up a little bit to where the discussion can be a little deeper, because you don't want to go through all the trouble of shooting a video and then have it just sit there. I mean, the whole point, I think, is to have some interaction, and that's why we do it. So I've seen him on several occasions really put over new people, and that is so cool. So getting back to the spirit, of what he asked for us, he asked, what kind of album would you turn somebody onto, and of course immediately I thought of that Russ Taff album. But then I started thinking, well, if I'm doing a new video, then what am I going to select for this video? Well, that was a little bit difficult, and I hope that the group that I've picked here is one that you haven't heard of. This group is a jazz group. I've got 2 of their CDs here. As far as I know, they've only put out 3 CDs total. But that group is Spaceways Inc. Get that in there a little bit. So they're a trio. I believe that the leader of the band is Ken Vandermark. He's a saxophonist. And then you have Nate McBride on acoustic and electric basses, and Hamed Drake on drums. So here's what the inside part of the CD kind of looks like. Just liner notes and pictures. This first album is called 13 Cosmic Standards by Sun Ra and Funkadelic. Whoa. Funkadelic. So it's 13 Cosmic Standards by Sun Ra and Funkadelic. And it's quite an interesting collection. So basically what the trio's doing with this first album is taking compositions by those 2 artists, and they're kind of flip-flopping them. What I like about Spaceways Inc., they definitely paint outside the lines, and that's something cool about jazz, is that they take musical rules and kind of stretch them out and do interesting things. They kind of paint outside the lines. I find that to be interesting and cool. At the same time, they, unlike, let's say, Coltrane, I love John Coltrane. I had a cat named Train at one point. But when you get to the back half, or not the back half, but the very end of Coltrane's, get to the end of Coltrane's catalog, some of the recordings he did, it was like he took the roll book, threw it in an incinerator, scraped up the ashes, threw them through a through a shredder, put all of that in an urn and shot it off into space, maybe through the sun. let's play a 40-minute version of My Favorite Things, and in 40 minutes you might hear a motif or a musical, something that connects it back to the original. You might hear 3 or 4 notes that just, I love Coltrane. I love the stuff he did at his prime, but some of that stuff toward the end was just, what was he thinking? I'm not sure. But, and maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I need to keep working at Coltrane and figure out what he was doing on those latter albums. And I have some of them. I may try to do that. But with Spaceways Inc., what I appreciate them is that even though they're kind of playing around and going outside the line some, they aren't throwing everything out the window. It's not just a free for all. They can lay down a groove. In fact, I would say that their music kind of skirts the line between jazz and funk. I mean, they really. So the second album, the Spaceways Inc. version Soul, and these are more original compositions. I wouldn't say that the sound is drastically different, because it's, whereas on the first album they're doing Sun Ra and Funkadelic tunes. Excuse me. They're doing the original compositions, but it's really going down the same alley. Here's one of the pictures of the band. Hey Jake, how you doing, buddy? That's what the back of it looks like. But I really do like this band. And of course, you can see the band members listed there. Me, Drake on drums, Nate McBride on bass, and Ken Vandermark on saxophones. But it definitely, Spaceways Inc. is definitely has their own sound and very original. So, being a jazz fan, I'm hoping that DJ Legion will appreciate that, and hopefully any other jazz fan out there might check them out. As far as I know, none of Spaceways Inc. CDs have been pressed to vinyl. Just CD only. There's a third one. It's called Zoo and Spaceways Inc. I don't know who Zoo is. I think the album title is Radial or something like that. I don't have that one yet. It's a little pricey for a CD, so maybe just over the $20 mark. So one of these days I'll probably break down and get it. But that's Spaceways Inc. And that's my entry for DJ Legion's contest. And so I'll probably let them know about this video. I hope you all have a good day, and I will talk to you soon.